I've got a four-pronged approach to beating breast cancer. And the first prong is to choose plant-based foods. And a strategic side dish of a big salad or lots of grilled veggies, even if you do have meat on the plate, is going to decrease inflammation, decrease growth factors, that decreases cancer risk. So strategic side dishes are awesome. We always talk about how fruits and veggies are healthful, but this year, thanks to a huge meta-analysis of a fungus, my food of the year is mushrooms.
Oh, I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are very trendy in fashion, too. There's mushrooms everywhere.
I am a mushroom freak, and it's so funny because my mom and my sister both, they hate mushrooms. So I'm the only woman in the family that digs the fungi. Well, my husband's a fun guy, but I like to eat the fungi.
That was quick. Well, you can tell you're a fun guy that the fungi are actually reducing breast cancer risk. So this meta-analysis showed an average 35% drop for high versus low consumers. Wow. But my favorite is that people are like, yeah, well, I can't really afford these fancy maitake and shiitake. And while those do have powerful antioxidant, it is the lowly, cheaper white button mushroom tested against all others that had the most estrogen lowering capacity. So one Chinese study, 64% reduction.
Wow.
In breast
there you
cancer.
go, mushroom soup for everybody.
Yeah.
Move over, Kale.
But not in a can.
It's all about mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Not in a can.
But how much mushroom, the big study was just half a white button, size of your thumb, a day versus, so it's not a lot.
Okay, don't do that. When you're making a recipe with mushrooms, buy at least 1 pound, please.
Yes. All right, the next prong is to exercise regularly.
Yes.
It also decreases estrogen. Estrogen feeds and fuels 80% of all breast cancers, so less of it is better.
Less is more in this case.
Right.
Right.
Exercise also helps lower your blood sugar levels, which means there's less insulin flying around telling all the glucose where to go.
Right.
And that's important because excessive insulin really revs up inflammation, and it literally tells cancer cells to grow and metastasize. And finally, it creates something called angiogenesis, blood vessel birth, the birth of new blood flow to a cancer so that it can get the nutrients it needs and then, boom, exit strategy, straight out to the liver, lung, brain, or bone. Oof. Exercise also helps you maintain fat loss, which is important, as we'll see with another prong, and it also boosts cell immunity. So I can hear your audience thinking right now, that all sounds so good, I should exercise, but what is the bare minimum I need to do? So the answer
all right, well, that's fair. Fair.
Surprisingly, not that much. A study of 17,000 women showed that for merely walking 11 minutes a day briskly, breast cancer dropped by 18%.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that little. That's
So,
totally doable.
the goals that you want to work up to are, if it's leisurely exercise, I want to see 5 hours a week. If it's super sweaty, vigorous, 2.5 hours a week.
Gotcha.
It is cumulative, though. So some tips to just simply start moving more. Turn on some music and dance with the kids or grandkids. If you're doing household chores, you may as well dust with some gusto. And you know what? If you're on the phone, stand up and start wandering around.
Yeah.
But my personal favorite that I follow is get rid of the chairs. I literally have no chairs in my office at home. I ride my bike to work every day, 7 miles to and from, and the way home is straight up a mountain. And I never have chairs. I even stand when I eat, which is not weird at all in restaurants.
No, that's the only way we were raised.
Okay, so the third prong is to limit alcohol. The science is clear that the less you drink, the less your risk. So for each drink consumed per day, breast cancer risk goes up by 7% if you're premenopausal and 13% for postmenopausal. However, if you choose to drink, the American Cancer Society advises no more than 1 a day for women, 2 a day for men. One nice compromise of all the alcohols, so wine, beer, and liquor, is to consume red wine. It has some redemptive qualities.
Yes.
There is... In red wine, there is estrogen-lowering capability and also the antioxidant resveratrol, which you can get from the skin of red grapes and blueberries, so you don't have to start drinking to get the resveratrol.
You could have some blueberries in the morning and a little wine with dinner and be so healthy. Last prong.
All right, the fourth prong is to maintain a healthy weight. Especially don't gain weight. A study this year just showed that if you were lean at age 20 and you gained approximately 20 pounds over time, you just bumped breast cancer risk by 42%.
Dang.
I know, but the good news is, you lose the weight, you lose the risk.